All right, guys. Good morning. How you guys doing? I'm gonna do a recap of my trades. So today was a profit in the morning, then a lost profit, and then I got profit back. It just there was areas that I placed orders on the wrong spot. I was following the A range, and I should have followed all three charts. But let me start with. Um, so if you look at the morning chart right now it's at 10:04 East Coast. So for me, it's 7:04. So if you look at the 14:2 chart here on this one-to-one, so you have the pink band here. So let me expand this right now. So if you look at the entries I made, let me do text and marker. Let me see. Well, the thing is, you can't see all that, so let me change it to mark only. All right, so if you look at here, uh, so my first entry was about here in this dot right here, and basically that was around 8:54. So that's my time was 5:54. So that was my first early entry. So let me go back on the 5-1 chart here. So my first entry was here at the fibs. So I took it down to hit my first target. Um, but I thought this was gonna be bouncing because this turned it was red and then it turned blue. So I thought it was gonna go the other way. So I moved my stop. I moved my stop below my um, basically I moved my stop so I could just exit out with a profit. So when it came down, I hit my first target, and it didn't want to continue because this was green band and then this turned blue. So I thought I was gonna just bounce here and go to the upside. So basically, I moved my stop and I got stopped out, and that was like 200, I think. And then, sure enough, when it when it came back up, it came back down again, and now basically it went to the downside. Um, so around 9:30, right here in this band right here in this fibs. So I was just waiting for it, and at this point, I don't know where to go. If I needed to do a buy order or sell order, so I needed some a good indication so I could just place my order. So when I was doing that, I was looking at my 8 range. So my 8 range, let me mark. Actually, let me do. Oh, great. It froze. All right, here we go. All right, so all right, here we go. So this is my first entry. The reason I took it here at that spot because you see that pink solid line. That's my support to the downside. So this represents this right here. Actually, yeah. So So when I seen this opportunity here, I took it right here at this, had my sell order at the pink band. So it came down, and then this turned blue. So when that turned blue, that made me think, okay, this is gonna just bounce back up. And then I hit my first target, but then I moved my stop, and it came back up and stopped out. Then also came back down. So I'm like, oh man, I should have not moved my stop. But it's better to be safe than sorry. So I don't want to be red. So I was 200. So then pretty much I was waiting for it, and it just what it did is just pretty much continue to go down. I couldn't find a good entry where to put my sell order or buy order, because I knew if this was heading towards the downside, because it broke band, so it was already coming down. Hit the 1 to 1s, it broke that too. So I came towards where I got stopped out. So basically, I was right here. The reason I took this trade right here, um, again, I thought I was gonna go to the upside because where is it at? What time is this? 9:41. Okay, right here. So I took the trade. So I took the trade right here. Oh, here we go. So so this solid uh green green line here, that's my support. So when I see that was going towards the upside, I thought it's gonna continue to go to the upside, and I thought it's gonna bounce and then continue to go to the upside. So I have my buy order here. So this line is represents this right here. So I have my buy order, and pretty much, it was the wrong entry. I should have not put a buy order here at the support. I should have just waited. When I seen this come, it was already below the wrinkle bar. I didn't look at my band, um, so basically, it's better just to look at all your charts before you make a sell or buy order. So the wrinkle was already below the band. It was already breaking fibs. So this turned red already. So I shouldn't even put a buy order. This was just a mistake to do that. I should have waited. And sure enough, when it hit my buy order, came back down, I got stopped out. And then I lost my profit, and I was negative 300. So now I won, I lost. So if I took another trade and if I lose again, then basically um, I'll be done for the day. So now I came on this right here, and this is the spot again. I took the wrong spot. I should have waited at the 1 to 1s, yellow dots, but I had a sell order here at fibs. It was red, but when I seen it, when it turned blue, I already knew it was going up now. But the 1 to 1s was helping me support. This 1 to 1s right here, this yellow dot represents this dot on the 14 2. So what I did is I moved my actually what I did is my stop loss was when I put my sell order here, my stop loss was somewhere right here. So I moved it up above the 1 to 1s. That's a risky move. Um, Nobody should be doing that. I just basically it was a risk move on my part. Um, if it would have just broke, continue going to the upside, I would have lost big time. But I was above the 1-to-ones right here on the 14-2 that represents this right here. So I had it almost above the pink band here. So I was above the pink band, so I knew that was my support to the downside. So when I moved it, I had my target one right about here. The reason I have this is like almost from here down. That's tick 10 ticks or 5 ticks or something. The reason I moved it here because this band was already turning green. This was still blue, and it was still green at the time. So it was a possibility that it was going to come down, hit the band here, come back up again, and break the yellow 1-to-ones. So I have my first target here. Once they hit my target, I move my stop loss. But then also I did is I moved my target back up again. I moved at the same spot, thinking that it's probably gonna bounce here second time and then it's gonna continue to the upside. So at this point I got my profit back, but this time my profit was since I lost 300, I made only um, I think I made like 500 right here because I went back to 200 again. So this time I seen it was bouncing here, and it seems like it was bouncing until at the 1-to-ones. So I thought that it's gonna hit ban when it came down. I doesn't hit ban, then come back down again. But I was wrong. I knew it. I knew I should have taken this trade right here. I should have just waited at the 1-to-ones again because it seems like it was hitting at the 1-to-ones. So you had the pink band here. It was just hitting it. So I had a sell order of 8 contracts, and then I put another 8 contracts here. So now I got 16 total of contracts. So I was risking it big time. And I had my stop loss up here above it. So if this would have break, that's it. I would have been done for the day, and then I'll take a big hit, a big loss. So I hit 1-to-ones again, came back down, but this time I moved my target one right above the green band because he usually will do is once it hits the 1-to-ones will come down and it will hit um, the band. So my first target was the band, and then I move my stop closer to the fibs because it was just bouncing here in between these two broken bands. This was green. This was the band still green, and then fibs it was still blue. So basically, that's indication to the upside. So what I did is I just moved it really quick here at fibs, and I got stepped out. Once I moved my stop closer to fibs, and then I had my target two at this fibs right here. So if I would have just continued, it will bounce here and then come back up, but it came back up, bounce at the band or at divergence, and I got subbed out. So that was basically my trade of the day, and that was done for the day. Um, I made my quota of 700. Well, actually, my target quota is 400, but if I make 400 plus, I stop for the day, and that's it. Um, so yeah, I enter. I had entries at the wrong spot. I knew it. I knew I should not put a sell order here at this band. I should just wait it again at the 1-to-ones because it was just bouncing on the one to one. But the thing it was there was support, so it was not breaking down more. And then this turned green, and then the bands got wider, and it was just bouncing off the bands here. And this was blue still. This is green, and that's indication that it's gonna go to the upside. And let me show you what it did now, because it did went to the upside now. So now it hit divergence. It was still blue. So if I had a buy order here or right here, I could have took it to the upside, and I could have made this good profit. So I broke the one to ones. So once I seen that this was still blue, the bands got wider. Then the pink band turned green, and it was still just solid green. I knew this was gonna go to the upside, so that's the reason I moved my first target here at the band, and then I moved my stop loss at fibs, and my target tier was here at this fibs right here. So if it would just it would have just hit my first target, and I thought it was gonna continue to go down and hit fibs and then come back up. But once once it first hit my target, I moved my stop loss. I moved here closer to this fib, and I once I noticed it was not continuing going down. I seen that it was going up, and that's when I got stopped out, and I was done for the day. If I would have just waited for a good opportunity, I think this right here, this portion right here, would have been a better opportunity to enter the trade, because it was just continuing. It was just bouncing, and it was just still solid, and I could have rode it all the way up. So so now broke band that turned green. And this would have been a good trade. So once I took this trade here at the A range, this right here represents that 1-to-1s on the 5-1 chart and a 14-2. So it came down, hit, stopped me out. But once I seen this, it was still solid, also on the A range. And then you see the bands getting wider. I already knew that this was going to just continue to upside. I could have just continued trade again, but I was already done. And sometimes you never know, because even if I put a buy order here, it would have just picked me out and then come down. But yeah, so I took some trades at the wrong spot. I should have just waited for a better opportunity at the better entry. So I took some few that I knew I shouldn't place that order. But see, sometimes you never know. Sometimes it will just hit ban and come down. It will just fake you out, continue go up to the upside, and then this 1-to-ones was helping me out. So basically it hit twice, and then and I seen this that it was just still solid, and I knew it was just going to continue upside. So, but once I made my profit, I stopped. So now it's continuing to the upside. It's probably gonna just break this band and continue here and roll over. Yeah, all these fibs. See, it's already breaking fibs. It's gonna break this fib and then this fib. If this turns blue, so it's gonna continue to the upside. Let me see if I have any opportunity. So this already banned, already is green, green, and then green. So then it's come down, hit ban, and then come back up. Usually that's what it will do. It will just come down, hit this band here, and come back up again. This portion here.
Order pending.
Is right here. So now, yeah, the 1-to-1s is below. It's supporting it now. So if I would have took this trade right here, this will come down, hit my 1-to-1s, and come back up. But I'm already done for the day.
Order canceled.
All right, guys, have a good day. See you guys tomorrow. And hopefully, this is a good lesson learned. I'll be reviewing this trade again over and over, just studying it, studying it. I need to get better. Um, I need to get put my better entries and see what this. Just wait and see what it will do to see if it'll come down and hit the 1-to-1s. Because now this band here is already solid green, so it's gonna just come down. Either it's gonna come down, hit fibs here, or probably 1-to-1s. Let's just watch it for right now. Let me see what happens. It's probably gonna just probably hit fibs here and come back up. Usually, sometimes it'll break second and the third. If I would have put a sell order here, I could have wrote it all the way down to this fib right here. But since this is blue, it's just bouncing off of this fib. Yeah, it's gonna continue to the upside. This is a support that's just gonna bounce back up. Alright guys, let me know if you like this video. Follow me, like it, share it. Let me know what you think. See, now it's going to the upside. Bounce here, going up. It's gonna break this and continue. It's gonna break these two and see open area. There's no divergence. There's nothing that's supporting it. That this is just gonna continue to the upside now. See, if you would have put a buy order here, you could have wrote it. But I'd rather if I was just waiting for a good opportunity, if I have no trades, I'll probably wait for this to break this turn blue here because it will go up, come down to the second one, bounce up, then continue to the upside. But yeah, look at that. This is gonna turn blue right now. Or it's just struggling to break. But it's gonna get up there. Eventually this will break and go towards the upside. Alright, have a good day.